Someone is getting fired from Xbox today. A lot of heated, interesting, very early for Microsoft to give us Xbox news. Um, some other news about everybody's favorite game, Titanfall 2. And let's go over the state of play and Nintendo Direct from last week. That's right, it's the game news show. Let's get started with a few smaller stories right here. All right, so we did get a Game Pass update today. Speaking of Xbox things, we got Party Animals. Looks adorable and fun and hilarious. Gotham Knights. Surprised it took this long to come to Game Pass. And then Lamplighters League. Don't know what that is, but let's check it out, right? Payday 3. If that's your flavor of game, go right ahead. And Cocoon, which seems interesting, but I don't know enough about it to really be able to recommend it. As always, these are on Game Pass in their various formats. But hey, you know, now there's no reason to not try Gotham Knights and see if you like it or don't. That's up to you. I am. I do want to try Party Animals. It looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just be honest. All right. Anyway, let's move on. We've got. All right. I'm a parent, and parents, let's rejoice. There's a Bluey video game launching this November, and the trailer is right adorable. I don't want to play it here because I don't want to get anything flagged because of Disney and licensing and things associated with this game, but I'm excited to play it. It's got local co-op. It looks like a pretty well thought out game targeting the target audience of the show, but it looks pretty good. I would say go check out the trailer, and fans of Bluey, just rejoice. The game looks solid. I will probably be picking this up for me and my kid to play. And yeah, awesome. All right, moving on. Lies of P came out just recently, and I was curious how the review scores were doing. Generally favorable on the Xbox, which it is on Game Pass, so no reason not to check it out, much like Gotham Knights, except this game actually might be good. Watching people play it on Twitch looks like a fun time. Decent scores all around. If we look at the PlayStation scores, I believe that it's 81. You know, people are probably a little upsetty spaghetti. They had to pay for it. 82 on PC. So, I mean, it's a solid game. I want to check it out. Looks like a fun time. Good for the team at who developed this? I don't know. I didn't do my homework. All right. Well, that's okay. We will just move on to the next story. Activision was briefed on Nintendo Switch 2 last year. This I thought was interesting because Nintendo would be preparing their bigger publishers and developers for the next bit of hardware. And this just kind of goes over like, hey, we're going to know about it. Kind of comes back to the Eurogamer article and other articles around Gamescom that showed or said that there were some closed door demos and things going on. Nothing really surprising here, but people seem more surprised that like Activision knows about the Switch 2 as early as they do, and that why does that surprise anybody? I mean, it's looking to be an actual like next gen leap in performance. It'll probably have the next Call of Duty, given the Microsoft Activision deal that is, you know, still ongoing. More on that later in the show. And so, I don't know. I thought it was just kind of weird that this was an article and people seem surprised by this. But Nintendo would want the specs of their next console in the hands of their biggest publishers as early as, you know, reasonably possible so that the games could be targeting that hardware by the time it comes out. So no real surprise there. I don't know why people would act weird. Anyway, all right, let's go over. So I did not know this was happening. I was all amped up for the Nintendo Direct last week. The PlayStation State of Play was the next day, I believe, or that day, and I just had no idea it was even happening. I had no clue. Nothing popped up. Even the PlayStation accounts in my ex Twitter, whatever it's called, feed, and I just didn't see anything on it. So I completely missed it. I had no clue. I found out after the fact. So let's look at what was announced. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is out next February 29th. Very cool. Some other stuff on that game looks like it's gonna be really long, and the exclusivity window is a little shorter than it was for Remake, which I hope Remake eventually comes to Xbox, because then I might actually play it. We got a new Spider-Man 2 trailer, shows off the spider suits, a little bit more gameplay. Apparently, ray tracing will be on in every performance mode of this game. So the 30 FPS mode and the 60 FPS mode. And that's really cool, because we've been wanting ray tracing. And I don't know if you guys remember Puddlegate from Spider-Man 1 on PS4, but there was some like major issues with a trailer showed some really detailed environments, and then when the game came out, those environments did not look the same. And I don't know, I guess whatever. That happens all the time in gaming. They want you to buy the game, so they're going to show you a really pretty over-spec'd build, and then when you get the actual game, you're not going to notice because you're playing the game, unless you're some kind of weirdo who looks at those things frame by frame. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's very valuable information there, but it is weird that people obsessed over some puddles. Anyway, Spider-Man 2 looks fantastic. Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC. Didn't know this was happening. I'm not really a big Resident Evil fan, so hey, you know, if you like that, exciting. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Why is this game getting hyped up so much? The movie didn't do as well as I think it was expected to. It took a very long time to come out, first of all, and second of all, does this game look good? I don't know. I can't be bothered. It's not Last Airbender Avatar, and so yeah, whatever. PS5's Deep Earth Collection introduces new faceplates and DualSense colors. Look, let me tell you one thing about customization options here. That blue looks fantastic, and that's the only one that matters. Let's move down the list. The guy that made Getting Over It is making a game called Baby Steps. Neat. Is a gameplay reveal. I haven't watched it. I don't know if I want to. I don't know what's in any of these trailers. A new Ghostbusters game for PSVR 2, which if you are one of like 8 people that bought PSVR 2, hey, look, another game. Helldivers 2 got a new trailer. Okay. Foam Stars, you know, Sony Splatoon, getting an open beta. Not surprised there. It's a Square Enix game. I'm sorry. So Square Enix's Splatoon is getting an open beta. I think it's a PlayStation exclusive, so it's not surprising. I don't think anybody should be stunned by that fact. And then a game everybody forgot about and moved on from, Tales of Arise, has some expansion, DLC, something coming up pretty soon. Tales of Arise, Beyond the Dawn. So that was pretty much it for the State of Play, which I feel like I didn't miss much given this information. The Spider-Man trailer would have been hype, but I'll have to wait to get a PS5 to be able to play it. And then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I need to play Remake. I need to finish a Final Fantasy game. But all right, let's move on to the next story. Here's the thing that most people cared about with last week's gaming news. The Nintendo Direct. We did a reaction stream to this, and it was awesome. Anyway, so they started with the big one in this list. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is getting a remake, not just a port, but a remake with enhanced graphics, and it looks fantastic. And I didn't play Thousand Year Door, but now that it's coming out on the Switch, I'm playing Thousand Year Door. Very excited for this. It's everybody's favorite Paper Mario, but as someone who hasn't played it, my favorite Paper Mario was Super Paper Mario, and I don't want to hear any arguments about it. It was a fun game. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, again, another remake. Looks cool. The original game's fun. This looks like more of the same, just in pretty graphics instead of GBA 2D graphics, which could also have been pretty. Splatoon 3 Side Order Expansion Pass. So they opened up with this. Kind of cool. I'm definitely interested. I need to finish the main story of Splatoon 3. I need to finish so many games. I don't know why this video is now privated. I don't know what's up with that. That's weird. My personal favorite part of the show was the Super Mario RPG trailer. We got a new look at, we got a look at some of the new features and a new look at the rest of the game. So, updated action commands. The triple moves look awesome. It's very Chrono Trigger's combo attacks, combo specials that were awesome. So, gives me hope for a Chrono Trigger something in the future. Another code, Recollection. These are some DS games that were ported. Well, DS game and Wii game ported to Switch, remade, remastered, and re-released fairly soon in 2024. We finally got a name for the Princess Peach game. Princess Peach Showtime. This game looks like a lot of fun. It looks very original, very different from what you would expect from a mainline Nintendo game character to be able to go and do, and I am very excited for it. It looks fantastic. We got another look at Detective Pikachu Returns, and I gotta say, I'm excited to play it, but I really don't know what to expect going in. Looks like a fun time. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. It's coming. Summer 2024. They're bringing the co-op back that was in the DS. I just think about the animated video that was like the truth about Luigi's Mansion 2 co-op or multiplayer or whatever. Just go look that up. That'll give you everything you need to know. The biggest surprise for me from this, don't get me wrong, Paper Mario is a huge deal. But F-Zero 99, everybody got excited and then disappointed and then re-excited again. This game is a ton of fun. I have been playing it off and on. We've played it a few races on stream. I've played it off stream. And it's fun. You drop in a race. There's, 98 other F-Zero racers there. You can attack each other. It's classic F-Zero courses. There's customization options that are fun. There's challenges. There's levels. It's great. It's great. It is not F-Zero GX ported to the Switch, but it is fun, and it was free if you have Switch Online. So there, go play it. It's fun. I think it's fantastic. WarioWare Move It looks great. Looks like a fun time. It's WarioWare. What you can't go wrong. It's a great party game. It's a great game to show how weird your sense of humor is to your friends. There's a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course DLC trailer, but they didn't really dive too deep into this. They just showed that Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, Pauline, and Peachette are going to be in the game, and a Daisy's whatever course from Mario Kart Wii, and that was it. So is that all we can expect, or is there more? I don't know. I'd assume we'd see the rest of the tracks at some point, and I'm also guessing this is going to be closer to holiday of this year. Some other games that less people care about but were still featured: Spy X Anya, Operation Memories, that looked neat if you like the show. Saga Emerald Beyond also looked neat if you like Saga games. Unicorn Overlord, the silliest name for such an epic looking game, but then it turned out to be like a tactical RPG and completely lost my interest entirely. Contra Operation Galuga looks neat. Looks like a faithful adaptation and some new Contra. Can't go wrong. Excuse me. So sorry. Funniest game of the entire Direct. Trombone Champ on Switch. Just watch the trailer. It tells you everything you need to know. And I'm surprised I haven't bought it yet, but I may buy it on PC instead so we can play custom tracks. Don't know if I would do that on stream, but it seems like a fun time. I thought this was neat. Classic Tomb Raiders 1, 2, and 3 remastered, coming to, well, not just Switch, but everything, because they like money. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown got a new trailer. This looks like a fun game. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a fun Metroidvania style. I'm looking forward to it. Excuse me. Very sorry. Horizon Chase 2. If you like the first one, this one looks better. And that's the Nintendo Direct in a nutshell. I thoroughly enjoyed this Nintendo Direct. I give it a good 8 out of 10 on everything. Like I said, it was just a lot of fun. All right. Moving on to the next thing. Let's get into the Xbox news that was ruining somebody. Somebody's getting fired for all of this. So, Major League reveals design specs and upcoming Xbox Series X refresh, codenamed Brooklyn. So this is a Windows Central article, and it goes over the leaks with some graphics, and we're gonna get to those graphics. But the story, I believe, was broken by The Verge, who offered up a little more info, some things coming up, some looks at roadmaps. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for showing these, and I really hope I don't, because this was accidentally publicly made available, It's supposed to be confidential, internal information, graphics, infographics, that kind of thing. Somebody made it public by accident. It's unfortunate. Mistakes are made. This whole FTC court case has just been problematic for Microsoft in various different ways. The FTC is making everybody's life difficult, and I just think it's trash. So this somebody screwed up somewhere. These were supposed to go to the court, and they are now floating around the internet. And I went ahead and looked at it. All right, let's take the best things out of this, or the things I think are the most important. But going in, this is a detailed roadmap that goes all the way through like a long time from now. This is killing me because wait, there it is. All right, cool. I fixed it. There's a year marker somewhere in here that's like showing how far out it goes, or they're trying to plan out things. But it's a while out. I want to say I saw like 2025, 2028. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is there's new hardware on the way. So let's take a look. All right. The Brooklyn Xbox Series X refresh, most powerful Xbox ever, now adorably all digital. Oh no, they got rid of the Blu-ray drive. Let's be honest, the Series S is popular for several reasons, not just because it's cheap, but because people buy games digitally and they are not watching Blu-ray movies anymore. The facts are the facts, and this is what people want. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the all digital all the time. I didn't think a main entry like this would get a diskless like main refresh. I mean, it'd be like the PS5 doing the add-on disk drive. If we didn't expect that add-on disk drive to show up, it would be weird. This is weird. It's rounder. I don't know why it looks like a mesh Wi-Fi access point, but hey, it's got better Wi-Fi. There's a lot of features here. Bullet points. 2 terabytes of internal storage, USB-C front port with power delivery. There's a new controller. We have a slide for that. Same great price, $499. I mean, okay. New Southbridge, modernized I/O. Nobody understands what that is, but basically, it's a refined motherboard and some of the components that go into the motherboard. Wi-Fi 6E, so better Wi-Fi. Bluetooth radio. Interesting that they would include Bluetooth and actually have it enabled, because I believe in these big console manufacturing situations, a lot of times Bluetooth is there, it's just not turned on because they don't want to use it. And then 6nm die shrink for improved efficiency. Yeah, this just reduces the power draw. Smart. Improved sustainability story. Reduced power supply by 15%. Low power standby mode is 20% of current Xbox Series S standby mode. Okay. Increased use of PCR on housing. I don't know what that is. And 100% recyclable packaging, because what I'm thinking about when I buy an Xbox is, if I throw it away, where does it go? In the trash. It belongs in the trash. It's trash at that point, unless you collect the boxes. Then it's art. Anyway. All right, next slide. The Elwood Xbox Series S refresh. Well, it's the Xbox Series S that we got this month. It's the black one. It says more internal storage for games, 1 terabyte. I believe this will feature the better Southbridge, Wi-Fi 6E. Like, the bullet points are basically all the same, except it's got the refreshed hardware inside. Now, it's not an upgrade. It's more of a side grade. It's still $300. It'll come with the new controller. Let's look at that. All right, Sabile, the new Xbox controller. Now, these are all code names. It says the world's best controller now playing on a screen near you. All right, this is where we get like kind of crazy with stuff. Ubiquity, play anywhere. Xbox Wireless 2, which I don't know. Xbox Wireless 1 was neat. I don't know what that means. Direct to cloud. Remember the Stadia and Amazon Luna controllers that go straight to Wi-Fi? Now your Xbox controller will do it. Bluetooth 5.2. Again, better Bluetooth connectivity. I assume this will pair better, but how will it communicate with consoles now that the consoles have Bluetooth in them? I have no idea. Seamless pair and switch, new mobile app features, see paired devices, and cloud, manage devices and accessories. So it seems like you'll be able to like kind of tell it what to connect to, maybe sign in. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Immersion, precision haptic feedback, haptics double as speakers, accelerometer, and quieter buttons and thumbsticks, which, okay, that's cool. The haptic feedback makes me think of HD Rumble. That's what it sounds like. Sustainability, whatever. Durable and reliable. Okay, modular thumbsticks and continued build improvements and improved longevity. Are they using Hall effect sensors? Boy, I hope so. Approachability, engage and delight, lift to wake. This I find interesting. It's got an accelerometer in it. Will that mean as soon as I pick up my controller, does it connect to xCloud or does it turn the Xbox on? We don't know. And then this familiar Xbox feel. Hey, it feels like the Xbox controllers you already have, just with looks like a rubberized grip on the bottom. I don't really like how it's split as far as this two-tone look goes, but if that's like a grippy part on the bottom, cool. You know, more grip is good. But yeah, so that's let's focus on this for a minute. This leak was not intentional. It was not. I don't think it was malicious. I believe that somebody uploaded some documents to a repository that was publicly available, and someone went, "Oh, look what I found." That's what happened. I mean, let's break it down. That's what happened. I really feel bad for the person that leaked this. They probably have had one of the worst days they've ever had in their career. Hopefully their career is not over, but I feel like somebody got fired because a lot of this was not planned to be announced until next year sometime, or maybe, the very end of this year. I highly doubt they're testing. A lot of people have like leak theory, like, oh, we leaked it on purpose to see what people thought. No, that's not the case here. So, I was wondering what is Xbox going to say? How are they going to respond? Because when the Series S leaked a little early, they memed it up, had a great time. It was funny. We found out about the Series S. This is not the case. We did get, courtesy of Windows Central, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer addresses Xbox leaks. So much, let's just jump back to that. So much has changed. We will share the real plans when we are ready. And I think that's kind of the linchpin here. All of these things are what's planned. These hardware announcements are hardware documents are probably what we're going to get next year. I wouldn't expect a whole lot of changes, but I am curious about how this happened and how much is coming, because there's other stuff that came around this. There were Bethesda game release schedules. I think we learned more about Elder Scrolls 6. There's a bunch of stuff that came from this that was not intentional, and definitely somebody's in trouble. But I wanted to focus on the hardware because, one, I like the hardware. I really like talking hardware stuff, and I'm always interested in what a mid-gen refresh will do. And so, yeah, when they're ready, I would expect sometime next year we'll see more on this hardware front. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next thing, which is the last bit of news we have for this week of game news. Courtesy of Twisted Voxel, Respawn has added a mysterious new mode to Titanfall 2. Possible sequel announcement soon. So this game is surging on Steam. Apparently there was an update. They fixed the matchmaking. They fixed all the problems people were having with bots and other things. As far as I'm aware, I don't know what else fixed and what's not fixed. But the mysterious new game mode is titled ? With the accompanying description, your rockets will blot out the sun. Okay. Don't know what that means, but very cool. Here it talks about some other updates to the game. If you guys are familiar with Apex Legends, which is in the same universe as Titanfall, they've added Nessie plushies around the maps as Easter eggs. The Apex Legends patch notes made mention of a Nessie transmission with 3 codes that have since been decrypted. Codes are references to the release dates of Titanfall 1, 2, and Apex Legends. The 7th anniversary of Titanfall 2 will be this year on October 26th. and will roughly coincide with the end of the current Apex Legends season on October 31st, 23. Cryptic hint, alongside of the addition of mysterious new game mode, recent update, and Nessie Easter eggs, suggests that EA and Respawn may have some sort of announcement planned next month, possibly for a potential Titanfall 3, and that would be very cool if that did happen. I rather enjoyed the Titanfall universe. I wish I still enjoyed playing Apex as much as other people do. Honestly, a lot of these service games just want too much of my time, and that's already limited, and I want to play other games. So we focus on other stuff instead. But if a Titanfall 3 does drop, we will definitely check out the campaign. Don't know if I'll do it on the channel, but that will happen. Anyway, that will do it for this week's Game News show. Thank you for checking it out. If you're watching on YouTube, please do the things. Subscribe. That's what I want you to do. You don't have to do it. But if you made it this far in the video, what's clicking that subscribe button? You can watch more game news every week, uploaded every Wednesday, recorded live on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, we're about to play some Pokemon. Maybe debugging some other issues that seem to be happening with the stream, but I'm not entirely sure. But thanks for checking it out on YouTube. We'll see you on the next one. Later.